and then I will download it to YouTube and I'll post the recording. Tonight is all about the virtual show, and you would think I'm in the company 22 years. I would feel qualified to teach this on my own before now, but I haven't. I've really learned from those who I've recruited, who have taught us, and Jenny Gillen is one of them. Lisa Harris is one of them. If you're on this call and you're awesome at virtuals, you've taught me something somewhere. So if I don't say your name, just know that you've taught me. But I have finally had a $20,000 month in personal sales in all virtuals. This is the first time in 22 years that I've had this kind of sales strictly in virtuals. And just to give you a quick story, when these virtuals first came out 6 or 7 years ago, I was like, get the hell away from me with this. I'm not sitting at a computer. I'm not going to be talking to people I can't see. It's not happening. So I'm very transparent about that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to you I was all over this, because I was not. I'm a cook and show girl. Okay. Now, oh, I'm all in, people. I'm all in. So as we get started, if you don't have a piece of paper and a pen for a 60-second fun little activity to show us what we're really doing with our time, please get it out. And if you've seen this before, don't tattle. So a piece of paper and a pen. And I'm just going to ask you guys, just wave to me if you are a proud multitasker. You're a proud multitasker. You know what? If we're female, if you're a female, you're a wife, or you're a mother, you're a multitasker, right? It's born into our DNA. But if you're proud of multitasking, you gave me that wave. Okay, so I'm going to show you tonight how we really should stop multitasking in a very simple, fun activity. So you have your piece of paper and your pen, and I'm only going to give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And I'm going to give it to you in 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to tell you 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm going to tell you at what second interval I am. When you stop writing what I tell you, try to just try to make a note of how fast it took you to write it. Okay? Everybody get a paper and pen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to write. Multitasking is a thief. Now don't start writing yet. I'm going to ask you to write multitasking is a thief. And then right under it, you're going to write the numbers 1 through 21. So 1, 2, 3. Don't start yet. And if you started, cross it out, because I'm going to have you hold up your damn papers, you little cheaters. Okay, ready? So it's just going to see how much of this you can write in 30 seconds. But if you finish before I say 30, just mark in your mind how long it took you. Okay? So I'm going to start the timer. You're going to write multitasking is a thief. And then right under that, the numbers 1 through 21. Ready? Go. You're a good writer. 5-second mark. 10-second mark. 15-second mark. 20-second mark.
Done.
25-second mark.
Done.
30-second mark. Okay, so if you finished before I said 30, just write down your time. Now we're going to try it one more time. But now we're going to write the first letter from the top, and then we're going to write the first number from the bottom. So we're going to write M1, U2. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? You're going to take one letter from the top, one number from the bottom, and you're going to look at you people writing. Don't start yet. So now you understand what we're doing? So you had multitasking is a thief from 1 through 21. So now you're going to do the whole thing again, but you're going to do M1, U2, L3, T4. Do we get it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do this for 30 seconds. And you tell me how far you got this time. Ready?
Yep.
Go. 5 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds. 15 seconds.
All right, I'm done.
20 seconds. 25 seconds.
My brain doesn't work this well.
30 seconds. How far'd you go, girls
I
and
got the
boys?
word-
There's boys?
Finished it.
I got the word multitasking out. That's it.
25,
How far did you
37.
get on the last one? M1?
M1. I did M1 and down to G12.
Yeah, I got to like 13.
You were supposed to write it across, not down, but it's okay. So
Oh.
the idea
I
of
thought
this,
I had to do M1 and then
well, under it. Okay, Kim, show them
I
close.
did it
Okay.
wrong.
It's all right. But the purpose of this exercise is to show us what? In the first thing, you wrote the whole thing out and you were only focusing on that.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And in the second trial, we were going back and forth between two jobs.
Mhm.
So you see how much longer it took us to do the same thing, switching back and forth? So the first thing with virtuals, and if you guys are not in a quiet area, just please microphone yourself. Please mute yourselves, please. I don't want to mute everybody because I have to interact with some of you. So they did this to us at National Conference 2 years ago or last year, and it was a real eye-opener because I am so guilty of multitasking. I'll have my phone over here, I'll have my tablet over here, I'll have my over here, and I think I'm winning the race, and I'm so distracted. But I think I'm running the show, so I don't pay attention to the fact that I'm distracted. Well, I tried a different thing, and it turns out that when I have all my focus on something and I stop my pop-up windows and I shut my phone off and I just stare at one device at a time, I'm getting a lot done. So the reason for tonight was I finally took all the things that I have been taught for so long, and I decided not to take shortcuts, to just do what everybody's always suggesting, put it all together, put my little spin on things. And I honestly cannot believe that I'm over 20,000 in personal sales. And yes, I think it has a lot to do with the virus, but it has a lot to do with my focus. So tonight we're going to go over what works, what doesn't, what we can get rid of, what we can add, and what I have asked hosts for feedback on to tell me what they think went right and what they think I could have done. And I kind of gathered all the information and I put together a healthy list. First, we want to be organized with our parties. We have to have, I'm going to take my glasses off. We have to have some kind of a system in place because I feel like the success in this virtual business is like a puzzle, and there's many, many pieces to the puzzle. So if we were missing a piece, we're not going to have a complete picture. Does that make sense? So
Right.
if we're missing any of the pieces, it might not come together the same way as if we're focused and we make sure we have check marks next to all the do's, all right? And if you're a brand new consultant, please, I beg you, please have patience with yourself because this is not going to be solved in a day, in a week, maybe not even in a month. But the only way to fail at anything is to stop. And I don't want anybody to stop because they're frustrated. You stop because you don't like it. You stop because you won the lottery. You stop because you got promoted and you're off to work in Hawaii or whatever. But don't stop because you're frustrated. I can't emphasize that enough. If you're frustrated, you're not the first to be frustrated, and we'll figure it out. Okay, so I have a system. I have a tracking sheet for every show. Have to have a tracking sheet for every show. And don't worry about materials. I'll show you where things are later in the group. A tracking sheet for every show because we have to know where we left off. Another thing we need is Microsoft Word or WordPad with documents that contain frequently used word choices for easy copy paste. And we have to have a computer or a laptop. For those of you who are trying to run your business from an iPad, a cell phone, a tablet, and you're killing it, then you're gonna lead the next class. But if you're trying to do it from a tablet, from a phone, or from an iPad, and you're suffering, I really recommend trying to get a laptop or a computer. Okay, so decide not to multitask while we're doing it, right? While we're doing the shows. And I want you guys to just keep an open mind and trust the advice of the people that have come before you that are really encouraging you to book 4 shows every week. I want you to trust it for 2 weeks in a row. And I want you, if we're looking at faces tonight that have still not gotten past the fear of asking because of the pandemic, I'm gonna tell you right now, get over the fear because this team has surpassed $300,000 in sales in April, and we did 240 in March. So we have sold, from me on down, sold more than $500,000 online. So if you still have that fear that you're bothering people, do what Lisa Harris told me 6 weeks ago. Look in your email inbox. Old Navy's not Karen how many times they're sending us messages. New York and Company, Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Michaels. Michaels wants us to do all these crafts while we're all locked up with our families. Yeah, I'm crafting. I'm going to see who I can nail to the wall and who stays there. Okay, so if you're thinking, I still can't reach out, people are losing their jobs. Guys, people lose their jobs every day. Every day. People unfortunately get sick and bad things happen to people every day. We wish this wasn't happening, but that's the world.
Wow.
That's the world we live in, right? So please just trust. And my new director who's on tonight, Kara, she said to me, I was terrified of you. I was terrified of the messages. I didn't want to do any of it, but I did it scared. And she promoted to director in 90 days. So if you don't believe me, believe her. Okay, let's get with it. Now I have the best idea tonight, and I hope you guys freak out when you hear this. You ready? Where's my girl Tina from Mia? All right, ready, Tina? I just thought of this tonight, and I don't know, maybe I'm just out of medication. What should we do with all the people that just don't want to host? What should we do with these people? Nobody?
I have an idea.
Who's that?
Kathy Brown.
Where are you, Kathy? I don't even see your black screen because there's a lot of people here. Go ahead.
That's
What's your
because I
idea?
got a little emoji here. My idea is to host our own party and invite all of them.
Okay. Now, here's the clincher, though. When they say no to us, right? And it's a no. Like, it's a no, like, not even in the, let's say they were even a maybe, and they want you to check back with them in July. That's fine. Put it in your lead notebook. But say to them, would you like to be invited to one of my virtuals that I have going on now that's a mystery host or whatever it is, so that you can get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's time for us to host. What? So now who's going to say no, don't invite me? I mean, honestly, you might get a few, but people, I found in the cooking show world, it was hard for people to say no to us 2 or 3 times in a row. So by the time we got down to, would you like a recipe? They took it. So when people say no to us, Tina, give me a good, like, oh girl, go ahead, right? Take the no's and turn them into a party by saying, would you like to be invited to a mystery host party? You're under no pressure or obligation, but it'll give you a great idea of what you're going to see when it comes time for our party. So now you'll have all these people that you got their permission to put in your party. Not in a party you're doing for somebody, at a party for you. Does nobody's faces are lighting up.
I think that's a great idea, Lisa.
I thought it was a great idea because it just gives us something, a way to leave off with them. And it gives us something to do with those people that we feel productive. And again, it's going to give them an idea. And when they see how much fun your online parties are going to turn out, they're going to be maybe they're going to be like, all right, you know what? Hook me up for May, or hook me up. They're going to want June, but hook me up for May or hook me up for June when they see how fun it is. But it's just somewhere to stick the nose for the time being. Everybody get that? I'm like, my next shower day is going to be, what's today, Sunday? I think I'm due next for Friday. I'm never getting out of this desk. All right. So that's just what to do with the notes. All right. We're going to use a third-party posting service. I know this business is all about choices, and I know some of you like to manually post and some of you like to use Scheduler. And if it's working for you and you're killing it and you're loving your shows and you don't need another tip, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you're struggling or you want to run multiple parties, a third-party posting service is essential. I use Post My Party. Some of the team uses SynShare. Same thing, different companies. The Post My Party, we have a 30-day free trial. If you've not, even if you're on SynShare and you want to switch over or you have not tried it yet, we will give you a link for 30 free days for Post My Party. After that, it's $9.95 a month. Walk away anytime. Multiple parties, as many parties as you can handle. You can reuse your templates. You can have multiple templates. Okay, so again, I'm just going through the basics for now before we get into the meat. I want everybody, especially if you're not with the company very long and you haven't had your hands on many products, go through the catalog. Go through the catalog like you are a customer. And I want you to dog ear the pages, circle the items that pique your interest, that look exciting. Maybe you've heard them spoken about at a team meeting. Maybe your friends have them. Maybe your fellow teammates have something. Circle the ones that seem to be the most exciting to you and always mix it up. If we spend 10 minutes talking about a $20 item, then that's the $20 item we're gonna sell. So mix it up and don't be afraid to talk about high price items. Now, you have to get the posting content for these items that you love. The posting content can be found in so many different places. The first place I'd love for you to look is marketing imagery, because the company spends millions of dollars to hire photographers and setters and graphic artists and all kinds of things. So if we go under marketing imagery, there are several places to go to look for things. There's a section, I screenshotted it today. If you go on to Consultants Corner and you go into Explore, scroll down to Training, and you're gonna go into this season's resource guide. Then you're gonna scroll down to the section that it's called What's New. And then you're gonna click on under Party Themes. Like, could they bury this any deeper, right? Under party themes, you're gonna click on check out the party plan. And then they broke it down into little, I don't know if you can see this, they broke it down into little sections that you can click on: the kickoff, the cover images, the games and engagement, the booking, the recruiting. There's a little section. So when you click on one of those, it gives you all these gorgeous posts. So that's where you can go shopping for your template contents. And if you've checked in there, but you haven't checked in there in a while, check back routinely, because they change all the time. You're also going to add, okay, you ready for this? I need a diaper. I posted, my husband goes in the shed yesterday and he goes, what is this thing? And it's in 17 pieces. And I go, that's my ice cream maker, put it away, I'm on a diet. He's like, oh, you're on a diet? I just bought 6 half-gallons of ice cream this month. I go, I'm on a diet from making ice cream. I said, bring it in, I'll wash it, whatever. And then I thought to myself, oh my goodness, Mother's Day is coming up. And I just had a customer post, she just sent me a private message 3 days ago. Oh my goodness, loving this ice cream maker that I bought on Susie's party. My daughter loved it. And I said, can I use your testimony? And she said, sure. So I dusted off the ice cream maker. I posted it in my parties. You ready? You ready? In 6 parties. And I want somebody, while I'm talking right now, to find out the price of the ice cream maker, because I want to see how much you guys know how much it is. I sold 18 of them in 6 parties. In
$95.
How much?
$95.
Sorry. Yep. Some of the one is half price items. Some of them got chosen for free, because I had several people closing out yesterday. What in the holy 8-pound mother of Jesus? I don't know what the saying is, okay? Because you know me, I'm as inappropriate as anything. I don't even use the ice cream maker. Holy hypocrite, right? But I said to my husband, now I feel bad, I have to make ice cream. So I'm gonna make the strawberry frozen yogurt tomorrow. It's 20 minutes. Honestly, the ice cream maker, it's 1 serving to me. That's why I don't use it. I'm a serious ice cream eater. Okay, but here's the thing. I got somebody excited. I got a testimony out there. I started talking about, you know, how many of you out there can't have the ice cream that's sold in the supermarket? How many of you are paying $6.89 for a quart of vegan ice cream when you can make vegan ice cream at home? So it could have been a lucky thing. Sometimes we just get lucky, fine. But if we don't take the shot, we don't get the score. Okay. Now, I know there's many people that talk about set up on Thursday, set up on Friday, pre-post on Saturday, pre-post on Sunday. I don't do all that. I set my parties up on Thursday. That's so if I'm feeling really lazy and I miss it, I still have Friday, but I set them up on Thursday and I have my hosts invite Thursday and Friday. And then I just say your party runs Saturday to Saturday. I don't talk about, because if what you're doing is working with the language you're using, don't change it. But if you're like, what's a pre-party? What's a party? When's the party? If you're confused like I was, find your own happy space. And for me, it was just, I'm just going to say Saturday to Saturday. That's my thing. Setting it up Thursday or Friday, and the party runs Saturday to Saturday. And I jump right in. I'm all in. I don't wait till Monday to post product. Because on Sunday, I know Tina's over there stirring her sauce and her meatballs and her braciole over there. And if you go to Tina's house, you're going to want to go home and burn your own house down. So I don't invite
You're
you.
picking on me.
Yeah, whatever. I went to Tina's house. I said, I came home to my husband. I go, give me the matches and burning the house down. But, you know, Tina's over there cooking and simmering sauce and stuff. You know what I do on Sundays when I make sauce? It goes in the quick cooker or in the Rock slow cooker. So that to me is a great day for those products. So I personally just jump right in with products on Saturdays. Okay. When we're setting up the party, we want to use a gorgeous banner picture. Please resist the urge to go onto Google and pick something that the pixels aren't quite right. Go onto marketing imagery, go into marketing imagery, write banner in the search box, click on images. Pampered Chef spends a lot of money on that photography and it's gorgeous. If you want to doll it up on Canva, do it. You don't have to, but if you want to do it. Okay. The announcement post, I learned this just the other night. I was always taking the announcement post and clicking mark announcement, but you're supposed to mark it as an announcement and then you're supposed to click pin to top. Haven't had a single complaint about where's the link. Okay. Now, and again, it may feel like we're skipping around, but we're going to cover a lot. Ready? My gift in life from my mother was always my gift to Gab and my people personality. And I didn't always use it for good. I always used it for evil before I knew better. I always say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I still do. I'm still guilty of getting my foot in my mouth and out comes something stupid, right? But in my parties, I'm very genuine and I lead an attitude of helpfulness. And I'm like, you know, I'm making all kinds of faces when they can't see me, but in written text, I have an attitude of servant. I have a servant attitude and an attitude of helpfulness. And I probably use so many emojis that I can't even count them, but I use several emojis to let them see that I'm smiling and I'm being friendly. And many of you heard this, it adds softness and stuff like that, right? So when I thank my host, I'm very, very genuine about it. So it'll say something like, Kim, thank you so much for booking with me. The very best way that I can show my appreciation is to help you have the best show possible. Now, what am I doing with those letters? Best show possible.
Caps.
Caps, because I'm shouting. So I'm going to ask him or her, would it be all right if I shared with you the tips that our most successful hosts swore by when they had their parties? Now, you're sitting there thinking, I'm brand new. I haven't even done one show yet. How can I say my most successful past host? I didn't say my successful past host. I said our most successful past hosts. So would it be all right if I shared with you the tips that our most successful past hosts swore by? And we learned this in the cooking show world because what this does is it's not coming from us now, the consultant, it's coming from our
hosts.
your most successful hosts, right? So Diane, if I said to you, Diane, would you mind if I shared with you the most successful tips these past hostesses swore by? Would that be all right?
I would say hell yeah.
Hells yeah. I gotta learn all the lingo. Okay, so I'm super genuine in my thank you. I don't just say thank you for booking with me. I will go out of my way to say, it's my job to make you look like a rock star in this party. And I don't, you know, when I'm sharing with new consultants, I don't always give this because I want everybody to get their own personality in it first, because not everybody needs to be, you know, somebody else to be successful. You be you. You be you and find success. But if you need a little something, you need a little help, then these are the tips that I really feel like might perk things up for us, okay? So an attitude of making the host feel like $1 million. And this goes back to my cooking show days. And I know, you know, Sue's known me forever. Christine's known me forever. When we used to go into people's houses, we used to think to ourselves, when was the last time somebody paid our host a compliment? When was the last time somebody complimented on how nice her house looked or how pretty she looked? Or maybe if it was a gentleman host, when was the last time somebody said, wow, you built that dining room table? Like, how did you do that? Like, the people that we host with, male or female, if we can make them feel appreciated, complimented, I think that, and especially today, that goes such a long way when we make people feel special. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know who you live with. Maybe you have a family that bends over backwards to make you feel appreciated and loved, and comments on how nice your house looks and how delicious your meals were. Some of you are rolling your eyes like a slot machine. The casino's closed. So if you have that, you're a very lucky person. But a lot of people don't have that. So when Gabriella goes, you know what, Jenny? I'm going to make you look like a rock star in this party. It's going to be my pleasure to make you look like a rock star in front of your friends. Would that be all right? You know, things like that make people feel good. Let's get down to what the actual show. And one other thing about kissing up to the host a little. Let's find out a little bit about our host. Try to find out 3 things about your host that you don't already know. So let's say you are hosting with your best friend. You obviously know everything about him or her. But if it's a stranger or someone you're just acquainted with, you would say, like Kim would say, Mary, before we host our party, would it be all right if I just asked you a couple of questions? I'd really like to get to know you a little bit because I'm coming into your world. And people are going to be like, oh, you can ask me. And I don't start, you know, I used to say, are you married? You have kids, grandkids? I'd say, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who do you share your home with and your life with? Because I just like to be sensitive to those people who may be empty nesters, maybe widows or widowers. You know, I just say, tell me a little bit about your life. Who do you share your life with? Who do you share your home with? Are you a pet lover? And I just let them go on and on. Because when I'm hosting the party, I want to feel like I know the host a little bit. Because if she doesn't love dogs, do you think I'm going to put Teddy in that party? First of all, if she doesn't love dogs, I ain't hosting. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So I want to just find out a little bit about my hosts. Now we're going to get on to, I'm going to just set the scene and say, Nicole, look at Nicole Maxwell with her 26,000 in sales this month. I know it's, what is it, 16,000, Nicole? Yeah, 16,000. I got bras older than her. Okay, ready? The host has to know that the virtual party is going to mimic a house party in the sense that if we let people into the home, are we going to put them in a seat and then leave? Would any of you invite people into your home, sit them down, and then leave? Disappear? No. So when a host invites people to a virtual party and they're not seen or heard from, that's like them leaving. The guests are going to be like, what are we in here for? And so when I explain to the host, you know, I'm going to be giving you a little tip or task each day over Messenger. I promise nothing will be difficult. But the reason why we do this is because it's important that all of your guests see that you're involved. And when I say see, I don't mean necessarily on camera. Don't get scared. But they need to see that you're involved, you're commenting, maybe you're posting something, because your guests like you. They love you. They don't love me. They don't even know me yet. So when I get the thumbs up from my host that she's or he's willing to help by commenting at least once a day, I can either feed, let's say the host has no idea. They're like, I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I will feed the host something to post through Messenger, and then the host posts it. But it's extremely important that the host is involved. The other thing I tell the host is, and Eric, I apologize to you, my friend, if I'm always saying she. We know we have amazing male hosts and consultants. I just finished a $2,000 party with a male host. He's my new bestie. But if you think about when the host goes on and says, oh, wait a minute, I forgot. My dog is banging on the door. Hold on one second. Go. It's your father. Oh, okay. So, Tony, make sure the door goes out. Here's another thing I came up with today. I had my past host from last week introduced me on my new show from her show today. Ask your if it's a successful show, not if you wanted to kill them. If it's a past host that was happy with the outcome, ask the past host to introduce you on the show that was booked from theirs. So I would say, Diane, I'm starting Mary's party. You know, Mary who booked from yours. Would you mind going on to the party like 24 hours after it starts? And would you mind going in there and just introducing me and give them a little feedback about what your experience was hosting with me? And that, you know, you were happy with your shopping spree. So it gives a little, because when I would go to a cooking party, guys, and I would see Diane in the audience and say, you know, the way I met Mary was at Diane's party. And if you've never met me before tonight, I'm going to ask Diane, would you take a minute and tell them a little something adorable about me? And everybody would laugh and chuckle. And then Diane would get to say something nice. Oh yeah, I had a great party. I got all this stuff for free, blah, blah, blah. So if you can get the past host to give you a little testimony in the new party, it's just a way of, again, getting somebody else, getting the, because they're expecting to hear from us. It's our job to be in there. But when the host posts or a guest posts, they're paying twice as much attention to that because they don't have to be doing it. Does that make sense?
I love that in the party because I'll have hosts send me pictures, like past hosts, and I'll post like their ginormous table full of stuff that they got, especially people who had like double free in January, and it's insane. And I'll post it, but I really love that they post it in the parties people booked off that. That's a great idea.
Right? Isn't that a cute idea? And even if,
But I'm like, what do I do with these pictures?
and believe it or not, this is my fail. I don't ever ask people if they are comfortable going live. Because if they're not comfortable going live, I certainly don't push the issue. But there's a lot of people out there that are not camera shy, guys. So if my past host wasn't chicken, and he or she was willing to go live in my new party, be like, hey guys, I'm Mary, I'm Diane's friend. This party was booked off of mine. You may not know me, but I just wanted to let you guys know Lisa's awesome. She's gonna take great care of you in this party. So feel free to ask her any questions. And even if you're brand new, you're like, I don't want anybody asking me questions. Let them ask you questions because you can. Diane's like, no, they can't ask. Yes, they can, because they're not standing there waiting for an answer. It's not like a cooking party where you had to come up with an answer. You got all the time in the world to screenshot that question. Lorette did it the other night. Can anybody tell me something? Why would people want this scraper? People jumped in and told her. That's all it takes. You don't know the answer? Get it from us. Okay. Now let's get down to what happens in the party. I cannot tell you how many times I dropped the ball on this next one. I dropped the ball so many times, it isn't funny. I let the hosts get away with not reaching 50 in the party. And when I say I let them get away with it, I didn't push it. And when I say push it, I wasn't pushy. I didn't continue asking them to keep inviting. I would just accept there were 23 people in the party and that's it. I didn't ask her again. And I would look at the Facebook friends list and I would say, you know, she's got 486 people. Why are there only 23 people here? Well, I only asked her to invite her friends one time. And I never went back to it. So every day I watch those numbers like I'm watching my savings account, right? And I look and I go, she's got 486 friends. She's got 32 in the party. There's no way she invited 400 people. Right? So we're going to say, oh, you're doing great, Mary. You have 32 people in the party. 3 of them are us. That would be me, you, and my business page. So we're more than halfway there. But can you pretty please, smiley face, keep inviting? Just pull from your Facebook friends list, whoever you think eats. Now I'm cold because the dog left the door open. Okay, ready? So when people say to me, I don't know who else to invite, and they've got 800 friends, I want to punch them in the face, okay? But I don't. So I say, oh, that's easy. If you notice, you have about, 500, 600, 300, whatever the number is, you're just going to pull people from there. And you'll hear comments like, oh, I don't even remember the last time I spoke to them. I don't even know where I know them from. Has anybody heard that? Okay. So their fear is they'll be ignored or say no. But that's the automatic no when they don't ask them. And I don't care who you are in this company, you're going to hear more often than not, I can't believe who ordered. I can't believe who's in this party. I never in a million years thought she'd buy something. Or look at him picking out a grill pan. Who knew? Such a cheapskate.
Smell clean? What if your clothes could stay fresh for weeks? No,
What?
it's already been used, and it still smells fresh. Pour a cap of Downy Unstoppables into your washing machine before each load, and enjoy fresher smelling laundry.
Who's that a
Sounds like a
commercial?
commercial.
Oh, I thought somebody was like, damn, trying out for a Charmin commercial.
Lisa, can I say something?
And who's watching television during this?
If you look on the computer, you could see how many people the host actually invited.
Where do we find this?
If you go to, you have to do it on your computer. On the left-hand side, it says members.
Yeah.
You click on members, and then on the right-hand side, it says invited. You just click on that, and it tells you how many they invited.
Can you send me pictures of that later?
Sure.
Thanks.
Lisa, it's what I sent you a picture of, asking you about it on Facebook why I couldn't see the invited.
Oh, okay.
I use it every day.
You were asking me why you couldn't see them, but that
Right.
wasn't about how many, Terry.
Nope.
You know, I haven't.
But
intentionally-
that's where it was at. It's on the right side. When
Okay.
you click
On
on
the
how
right
many
side.
members are in the group, it's on the right side, and it
you
says
go on there?
invited, unavailable, and blocked.
Mhm.
I'll go through there and go through and send reminders to all the people that they sent invitations to.
Yes, they can absolutely do
5
that.
or 10 people.
Go ahead, Kim, Roy?
So on that same note, right, and what Diane was just saying, you guys know Grace Bott?
Yes.
She, her husband posted something. He figured out a way to automate sending out those reminders. There's an extension that you can get for Google Chrome that, like, you got to watch the video. She posted his YouTube video in the Spring Kickoff 2020, the Facebook group. It's a short video and it's super simple. I just did it today, and it'll go through and automate it for you and remind everybody that they've invited.
Can you
Yeah.
post that link to that video in Goal Getters and in Chillin' with Gillen?
Sure.
Thank you.
And the Zellen organization? Can you
And in the
please go
Zellen
to that?
organization? Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so going back to how we're treating people. Now, I have a young bride hosting. And again, you know, when we find out a little bit more about the host, we're going to find things out like this. So when I got to know, when I asked her, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who do you share your life with? She's like, oh, I just got married. She's gorgeous. She's skinny. She's young. You know, everything you want to hate. All right. So I went in there and I thought to myself, you know, Katie just shared with me that she just got married last year. Who would like to share a post about something that exciting that happened in their family this year? You would think I said, I'll pay you $30 for every post. People want to show off the wedding, the babies, the divorces. One said, woohoo, had her house to herself again. It was crazy. Okay? So people want to talk about themselves. We heard my host say that the other night, right? Give them a chance to talk about themselves. Beautiful pictures of their kids getting married, themselves getting married, a couple with new babies. Let them post about things that have nothing to do with product and let them talk and show off. Okay. Some people even posted, I tried at one other party and I kind of got a little upset, but I didn't. She was a weight loss consultant and she posted, but she had a before and after. She did the work to lose the weight. So I was like, let her have it. Go girl. She did it before and after. And then I noticed that she was a health coach and I was like, oh, you better keep that stuff on your timeline. But she was good. She behaved. Okay. So just something you're proud of, something you want to show off. Now, when we welcome guests in the party, when we click that right post and it automatically tags, you can do this several times a day. You can do it once a day. You can do it twice a day, however you want to do it, whatever time allots for you. But I started to get a little creative on how I welcome them. So I always tag the host in the welcome guest, and I will say something like, Susie Q, look who's here, smiley face. Would you pretty please introduce me to your friends that just joined us? I don't say members. And I'll try to just doll it up and say, you know, and I tag the host. So it says the tag and the name. Look who's here, smiley face. Could you pretty please introduce me to these new friends, to these new guests? And all I'm doing is tagging the host to quote, because again, when I'm talking to the host in the beginning, I'll say to them, when I welcome people, I'd love for you to comment on that. When I thank people, I would love for you to comment on that. So it's just a way for them to be involved. So I'll say, I will tag you so that you know I'm looking for you. Obviously, they're not going to be able to introduce me to everybody because they're going to be like, I don't know where I know her from. But then if I don't see she's answering me, and I'm just experimenting with this right now, I'll say, okay, I guess Susie's shy. Who can tell me how they know her? And I just try to get somebody else to talk. I'm just trying to be as personable in the party as I would in an in-home person party. Because even if you've never done a cooking show, you have been at a party, you have entertained in your homes, you've hosted something somewhere. What would you say if people were gathering? You would be chit-chatty, right? I don't know how many posts I put in a day. I don't know how I spaced them out time-wise, but I will tell you this. I make sure there's something fun every single day. Where you're going to find the fun and the engagement, there are several Facebook groups where we can steal these from. You can look on the groups you belong to. Even if you don't know where to look, go on Goal Getters, go on Zellinor, go on Chillin' with Gil and say, I'm brand new. I have no idea where they said to look for these fun posts. Can somebody help me? Somebody's going to help. So funny posts. You ready for this one? Hey guys, I've got a great sense of humor. I hope you do too. Who's got a great joke or a funny meme? Please keep it clean, smiley face. Because ain't nobody better be typing no F words in my parties. I'm going for that. I talk like an uneducated truck driver in real life, but I don't speak like that in my parties. I posted one today. This got a lot of attention too. It said, it was a meme and it said, if we're not supposed to eat late at night, why is there a light in my fridge? So I posted the question, right?
Cute.
Right?
Yeah.
And I posted, and this was so, I entertained myself. You know what? I don't care. I posted, it said, if you are a late night snacker, what would you most likely be caught tiptoeing through the house munching on? And then I wrote, P.S. If you're about to post carrots, you can just remove yourself from this party right now, LOL. And again, it's just to make them laugh. And when we have the LOLs and the smiley faces, imagine if I would have said, if you say carrots, you can leave right now. Somebody who doesn't have a sense of humor or doesn't kind of get this whole party thing would be like, screw her.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But when you put, what kind of late night snack would you be caught tiptoeing through the house eating? Smiley face. And if you're about to say carrots, you can leave now, LOL. That's funny. I'm sorry. I think that's funny. Okay. But it could be, you know, tell us a joke. If you have a cute joke, and again, just, you want to put the disclaimer, please keep it clean. The engaging posts, there are ones that are so funny with this virus. Like, I feel like I had a hard time with this. I'm like, this virus is so serious and bringing so much pain and so much stress. Like, how can we have humor coming out of it? But it is, because that's the way the world is. We try to find the funny. And if you just go on Google and type in funny COVID memes, you're going to find all kinds of stuff. Like taking my 5 a.m. pajamas off and putting on my 5 p.m. pajamas, or what, you know, just silly little things. But engaging posts that are going to bring a little humor or ask people to post about themselves with it. It could be the fun gift ones. There's a million of them out there. There's Family Feud games. There was one today, name something your husband would do if there was no one home to cook for him. Or it could say, name something your spouse would do if there's nobody home to cook for them. Post a GIF describing your life if you're homeschooling your children. Unless there's those of you like Mary Poppins that are, you had home ec at 3 o'clock today. We would be in detention the entire time if I homeschooled. There'd be no having it. We'd be in detention and lunch the whole time if I homeschooled. Now, these tips are all well and good, but we have to stay on top of it. We have to go in every day and go, okay, is my host interacting? Let me go sneak over to her personal page and see if she's actually posting what I asked. Take a quick peek. And this is why I say desktop, because you're going to have a Facebook tab open. You're going to have a Consultant Corner tab open. Then you're going to have another Facebook tab open. And you're going to have your Microsoft Word tab open. So you're clicking in and out. Your phone is put away. Your pop-up screens are dismantled. You're not multitasking. You have your sheets in front of you, so you're going back and forth. My little sheets even have the day of the week that I can check off. If I sent the host coaching message, I just check it off to see if I did it that day. When I tag, here's another little thing. When I post my thank yous in the parties, instead of writing down the names of the orders now, I clear the alerts under Consultant's Corner. Do you know what clear alerts mean?
No.
Okay, so what I do is I take a picture of all the people's names in Consultant's Corner under the party. I just take a picture of it on my phone. I set my phone down for a second. I go onto the party on my desktop and I will thank all the people from that day by tagging them. Then I go back into Consultant's Corner and I put a check mark next to each order where it says clear alert, and I clear the alerts. So that means the next time I go in, I know who to thank next. Because on the left side is the list of who ordered, but on the right side it says so-and-so ordered, so-and-so ordered, so-and-so ordered. You can put a check mark in that box and clear the alert. So I would be like, oh my God, who ordered, who ordered, who ordered? But when you clear the alert from that day, and Jenny gave me this idea, just go in once a day and post your thank yous and tag everybody at once.
That's a great idea.
But clear the alerts, that way you know who to thank next.
I've been doing that and it's working like a charm.
Overnight, we became our offices.
Okay, and speaking of Jenny, I tell Jenny every day I can. I may have recruited her 6 years ago, but she taught me virtual. She was the first one to teach me. She's not the only one who's taught me, but she's definitely been a huge force. And she has a video that she was kind enough to upload to YouTube. And it's what I love about Jenny is she doesn't run on and on like I do for an hour. She gets her stuff out, clear and concise. And it's a 15-minute video and you walk away from it going, boom, okay? She's got great bookings, how to get bookings from our virtual parties in there. And she talks about a Google form. If you don't know how to create a Google form, you're going to go onto your team, your director group, and in the search box, just search Google form. And it shows you how to make your own little survey. And then you're going to take that link and you're going to put that link in your parties also. And here's another trick I used. I used to post that once a week in my template. Now I post it 3 times because not every person sees every post. And on the 3rd time, I have my host do it. Hey guys, if you missed Lisa's survey the last 2 times in the party, please fill it out now and comment here when done. So I've posted it twice through the template, and then I get my host to do it by copy and paste. But we have to remind the guests, if we see it's super quiet in the party, and there's, like if it's super quiet and orders are coming in, I could care less. I don't care what they're doing. As long as the money's coming in, right? But if it's super quiet, I'm going to message Kim and say, Kim, you have done such an amazing job getting your friends in this party, and it's so quiet in here. What can we do to liven up your bunch? Ask your host for their idea first. She knows most of them, not us, right? And I'm going to say it for the millionth time. Not every party works out. Sometimes it's just going to be the dud. But when we run, I'm going to go, it's almost summertime, right? Have you ever gone to a carnival? You're dragging your niece, your nephew, your kid, whatever, right? There's 2 games with stuffed animals. One is 1 ball for $1. The other one is 4 balls for $1. You have $1. Which game are you playing?
The 4 balls.
Why?
Because you have more chances to win a prize.
Who said that?
Lorette.
Okay, so you have 4 balls. For those of you who really know me, you know I'm really tight. You got 4 balls. You got 4 balls for $1, right? Sorry, Eric. And I sit here and think, I used to do 1 virtual a week when I did my cooking shows, because you know what? I didn't care. Guess what? The 4 show a week business, the 4 show a week virtual business is easier to run than the 1 show a week, because the 4 show a week is going to bring the excitement. It's going to bring results. The 1 show a week can be painful. It can cost us our enthusiasm. It can cost us our sanity. And when that phone starts lighting up, order, it's like a little slot. I have to figure out how to get a slot machine sound effect on here. It's like a little slot machine when it says order added to a show. So when we run 4 at a time using a template from a third-party posting service, we're not slaves to posting. We're just looking out for comments. But it's so much more exciting. And I used to tell my cooking show consultants years ago, it's a lot easier to do 8 shows a month, cooking shows, than it is to do 2. Why? Because 8 shows a month, you're out there, you're consistent, you're in front of people often, you're on your game. The excitement goes from 1 week to the next week. But if you only did 2 shows in the whole month, it feels like you're starting over from scratch every single time. Would anybody agree to that?
Yes.
And anything, it's like anything else. We don't want to be on a diet. We don't want to go to the gym. But if we're seeing results, it encourages us to keep going when we don't want to. We're going to have the days we're going to want to smash the computer against the wall. But I don't know of a single job in this world that doesn't happen in.
That's what I want to do every day.
Right? So we don't know a single job in this world that it's all puppies and roses. But when I told my host today how much commission I earned on this $2,000 party, they're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Now, I'm going to tell you, like I said at the top of this, it's a puzzle. There are pieces to the puzzle that will all come together. It's a learning curve. You're not going to be, if you're in a situation right now where you're like, I got so much work to do to figure this out, take it 1 bite at a time. The only way to fail is to stop. But just be patient. Put in a little game plan. Figure out, what is my goal? Like, I'm looking at Nancy right now. What does Nancy want out of her Pampered Chef business? If Nancy wants to earn $500 a month to cover that car payment, then Nancy knows she needs to book 8 shows a month, because 2 are going to cancel, 1's going to flop. She'll be down to 5 shows, average of $100 a show. She's got her $500. If Nancy's earning what she came into this business to earn, Nancy's happy. It's when we don't get what we came in to do that we decide to leave. But don't leave because you didn't give it your all yet, because you got frustrated, because life steps in and takes a piece out of you. Because you guys we all, I consider myself pretty lucky, right? Until somebody throws me something I can't handle, a bad day is going to pass. And I have one of those things where if I see other people doing it, that's how I got started in virtuals. I saw so many people doing it, I felt left out. And that's what got me to do it. Just the fear of being left out. Because I'm that kind of person. I'm not too shallow to admit it. I wanted a piece of the pie.
I agree, Lisa.
And you know my joke, right? My daughter attends UConn. UConn stands for UConn, your mother had too much money. So we take out the we stop multitasking. We take out the distraction. We have a system. We have a checklist. We have 4 parties in the week. We've set up the groups. We've set up our template. We've incorporated fun posts. We've incorporated engaging posts. We have made it clear to our host that we are appreciative of the booking, that we're going to need their help to keep the engagement up. We're going to get people, just remember this, get the guests talking about themselves. What would you enjoy? Think about your own life. What would you enjoy talking about right now? Like if you had the floor, oh my goodness, let me show you my new grandbaby. Let me show you my new kitchen. Let me show you, my son is getting married. Can I show you my future daughter-in-law's beautiful ring? Can I show you my new puppy? Can I show you how I let my husband live another day today? Whatever you got. Whatever you have. Look at Eric smiling. Eric is in pharmaceuticals. He's not broken that smile the whole time. I think he's got
The
some
right
extra
dose.
pills
It's
falling
all
on
about the right dosage.
Yeah. So, and then this is my last thing, and I know this is hard. This is really hard for some of us. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to drink enough water. We have to take a walk. We have to eat right. We have to get dressed every day. We have to put on our makeup if we wear it. We have to comb our hair. We have to, and I'm not saying it's 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I'm not saying that, but we have to be good to ourselves because remember the airplane, if the oxygen mask falls, we take care of ourselves first before we can help somebody else. So if we wake up in the morning and we feel like crap, how much enthusiasm can we put into anything we're doing? So I've been making my family force me. I told you guys, if you see me running, it's because someone's chasing me, okay? Call the cops, someone's chasing both of us now. But I don't love to exercise. I don't even like it. It's the bane of my existence, but I walk just for the serotonin. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, what is all this money gonna pay for? What are we gonna enjoy if we're too tired and not feeling good to enjoy it? I told my husband what car I'm driving next year already. BMW, baby, because mommy works. That's what I'm going for. And he's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am. Honestly, find something that makes, if you are doing this for the money, find something that makes you so excited you can't sleep at night. Whether that's to help your children with their college education, whether that's to pay off your mortgage early, whether that's to buy yourself a gorgeous Louis Vuitton bag, whether it's to get yourself some Botox or some new bubbas or whatever you got, okay? Focus on what is keeping you up at night you are so excited about. Maybe you have a sense of purpose. Maybe you just came alive because you have something that's all yours.
And I have needs like any other woman.
Because honestly, why are we all working so hard? It can't be to just keep chasing our tails. It can't be. Something really exciting has to come out of this for you and your families. So I don't expect anybody to memorize any of this. I'm going to post all my notes in the groups. If you need something reiterated, don't be afraid to ask. I don't know if Allison's on the call today. Allison's there, I see her. She was asking me a question. She's on Kara's new director team, and she was asking me a question, and I asked her, do you know where to find that? And she said, yes. No, I don't, but I'm afraid to ask because I know you're always telling us, go seek it out, so I'll go ask Kara. And I said, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask, because if you don't ask, chances are you'll get distracted and forget to go back to it. So ask questions. All right? Please. Find out what excites you. Figure that out tonight as you're laying in bed. What would excite you? There's nothing wrong with doing something for yourself in this business.
Notice my background change. That's my new Bentley.
Okay, Eric. We're going to be drag racing next year, okay? I kid you not.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
I don't know if it's me or anybody else feels like this, but sometimes I can't wait to wake up the next morning just to do whatever I have to do.
It's a sickness. We're not supposed to tell people that. It's like Christmas morning.
Yeah, especially this month. I just can't wait to look at my phone in the morning.
Except for how much we differ in weight, her and I, we're like twins in a lot of ways with, like, she'll come out with something and I'll say, oh, I did that too. Or she'll say something. I'm like, I have that too. We have the same house. We have the same, you know, we have a lot in common. And we've only been in each other's company maybe 5 times physically in the last year and a half. That's it. But Guys, this job sucks, you know what, when it's not going right. Trust me. I've been there. But when it's going great, it's a high like nothing else, and it's like this, okay? It's peaks and valleys. Marriage is like that, jobs are like that, health is like that, parenting is like that, friendship is like that, everything is like that. But give it all you have. Book those 4 damn shows in a week, and we're gonna let it roll.
I agree.
I hope this helped you, but just please, if you walk away with nothing from tonight, be a people person in your parties. Make your host feel special. It's our job to stay on top of them so that they have a successful outcome. It's like when that friend of yours says, get up, we're walking. I don't care if you don't want to, we're doing it. And then you're always glad that person made you do it. Our hosts are going to be grateful that we encouraged them to continue inviting, continue interacting. And I'm not going to say names, but there's a consultant on here tonight whose host is a good friend of theirs. And they're acting like they're giving him a root canal. And I said, let her go. Let her go.
They're the worst hosts.
They're the worst hosts, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes, and I know this is a sad situation, when someone who's close to you doesn't want to do what they're being asked to do, it's like you're pulling teeth. Sometimes, my experience, it's jealousy. So if you have a host that is making you feel like you're giving them a root canal, I want you to message them and say, I'm just curious, has something changed and you no longer wish to host? Sad face. Here's your sad face emoji. Has something changed and you no longer wish to host? And I know that's a hard thing to do. Chris Biscardi knows me. Oh my God, I'd let a cooking show host go in a hot second if they were dragging me along, because what happens if I try to hold on like a tight bar of soap? They're going to contaminate my entire month. And you would never, if you're the mother of a son, you would never tell your son to chase a girl that was not responding to his calls or texts or advances. You'd say, let her go. There's plenty of fish out there. Let him go, because that shows confidence. Listen, hey, look, I understand if something's changed and you no longer wish to host. I totally get it. Please feel comfortable letting me know, and I'm going to open up a spot for someone who's waiting. And that could be a lie, but they don't know that.
That applies to team members too.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother call. So if you have any questions after this, don't be afraid to ask. I hope this was worth me dragging your butt to the chair again tonight in 3 days. But please, 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 just try some of the stuff you're scared to death of. And in 2 weeks, if you say to me, oh my God, I'm never, ever, ever going to earn $1,000 in a week ever again, don't make me ever do that, I'll let you off the hook. Because that's what you're going to earn in a week when you're doing 4 shows and you're getting good at it and you're working. It's not, it's not like drop a quarter in the machine and boom, it happens. It's a work in progress. But if you stick with it, I promise you. Where's Nicole? Nicole Maxwell, are you still on?
Yeah.
Can you tell everybody how long you're doing this?
I'm going on 10 months, and I finally got on your trainings, and you pushed me to do the 4 shows, and now I'm doing 6 to 10 shows a week.
Okay, 6 to 10.
Within the last 3 weeks.
Now, could you please tell them, you're in the less than a year.
Yep.
You're doing virtuals longer than me, really, because I was doing cooking shows more. Can you please tell them how much in sales you're submitting this month?
16,700.
Wow. Oh my God.
And I already have level 4 free for all May 1st.
16,000. You married?
Yes.
Take out the husband expense.
And the 2 kids.
Have direct deposit?
Yes.
Slide that into the other account. You tell them you sold 6,000 and you put the rest away if I ever get sick of all of you account. I used to have that. If I ever get sick of all of your faces account. They don't know about.
Yeah, I'm
just have a sense of humor. That's all.
Wow.
Have a sense of humor. Get a puppy. Get a prescription for something good, right, Eric?
Exactly.
Oh my God, our doctors will give us anything right now. It's such an easy take.
And it's all
It's so stupid. You tell your doctor you're suffering from a panic attack from the virus, boom, prescription. It's like taking
The
candy from a
pharmacies
baby.
are filling it over the phone.
Yeah.
Well, my copay, here's my credit card. Give me I don't even have to go. Remember when you had to take the prescription to the pharmacy and go back? Now you just go and get it. Heck, they would deliver it.
Right.
Anyway, that's all I got, people. I hope I've encouraged you. Please, 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 please keep up the good work and the good news on the group. And I really appreciate everybody's time.
Thank you.
And go
Thank you,
post,
Lisa.
get the video from Marketing Imagery about the ice cream maker. Everybody saw that? You get the videos from Marketing Imagery, you load them onto your Facebook business page. Then when they're loaded, you click on the video from your business page, then copy the URL. And that's the URL you want to put in your template. Don't try to take a video straight from Consultant's Corner and put it in your template. That's not how it works.
Say that again?
Go to Marketing Imagery.
Yeah.
Type in whatever product you want.
Yes.
Refine the search by video. Click on video.
Right.
You have to download that video to your computer. Then you're going to go over to your Facebook business page, click on videos, click on add video. Facebook will take about 15 minutes to upload it.
Oh, so it's like the same way as when you make them in Canva. Kind of the same.
Kind of, but this is faster.
Okay, so you're not making it in Canva, you're just taking it straight to your business page and upload it. So go on.
Once
your-
it's uploaded to your Facebook business page,
Okay.
go in on that video, click on that video, so like it's playing, then copy the URL. And then that's the URL you're putting in your template under video link, not website link,
Okay.
video link in the template. And so when they scroll through the party, it automatically starts playing.
Okay.
Those videos, those pictures and those videos, just think of the money they spend hiring the people to make these. It's a gold mine.
Can you use this and post my party? Those
Who said
videos
that?
or no?
Yeah, of course, it goes right in your template.
Okay.
Yep. I could never do this job without a third-party service. So if you're doing it and you're nailing it, you're teaching the next meeting. Okay. Eric, are you our only gentleman on tonight's call?
It looks like it.
Could you please tell all these lovely ladies how awesome they are?
I'm amazed at what some of you are doing. I'm definitely need to learn some things. I've only been in it a little over a month, but definitely have a lot to do. So I'm actually really excited this week because I'm on vacation for my real job, and I'm going to spend a lot of time on Pampered Chef. So
Eric, message me and I'll definitely help you with everything.
We'll put you in a Lisa sandwich, Eric. Even though that sounds wrong.
now here.
Even though that sounds wrong, Eric. You know what I mean?
Hey, and I was going to tell you earlier to get out of my head when you said that you weren't saying he and she enough. You were doing a good job. You were doing a great job.
Thank you. And we need more guys, so go out there and multiply, will you please?
There's two gentlemen on my team.
Andrew and
we have
Eric.
Andrew and Eric.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what I say? You know what I say about men? Everything bad that happens to a woman starts with a male prefix. Menopause, hysterectomy, mental illness, hysterical. Never mind. All right. Love the men. Look at Terry. Terry's like, I like this girl. I don't get enough attention here. All right, let's hope it doesn't rain for 7 days like they're promising, but if it does, do jumping jacks in your bathroom because you know why? You don't shake the chandelier in the bathroom. Learn when I want to jump up and down, I have to do it on ceramic tile or else everything else is in danger. All right, guys, good night. Thank you so much.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.